Alright everyone, so today we are going to be doing some Hunger Games. So there's this simulation website where it basically lets you simulate the Hunger Games. You can put in like your own characters and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's begin. Well, first let me list off the characters. So we have Bonesaw, Phil Swift, Vladimir Putin, Ridley, Fury Bowser, Tutter, Dr. Eggman, Scout, Terry Crews, The Grinch, Q, Joe, Sal, Murr, Vince McMahon, Chet Peepee, Sponge, Medic, Sniper, Spy, Bowser Jr., Indiana Jones, Patchy, Squidward, Dave Seville, Fat Albert, Gargamel, Iron Avenger, C-Dub, Ian Hawk, Iron Man, Woody, Spider-Man, Buzz, Toad, Syndrome, Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible, Bon Voyage, Kylo Ren, Palpatine, Luke Skywalker, Engineer Gaming, Vision, Wanda, Soldier, Ben Shapiro, and Alex Jones. Alright, let's begin. As the tributes stand on their podium, the horn sounds. Indiana Jones runs away from the cornucopia. Sponge runs away from the cornucopia. Terry Crews runs away from the cornucopia. Buzz sets off an explosive, killing Dr. Eggman and Patchy. Oh, wow, we got a death really quick. So, rip for Dr. Eggman and Patchy. Bowser Jr. runs away from the cornucopia. Iron Avenger finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Engineer Gaming runs away from the cornucopia. Ben Shapiro finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Q runs away from the cornucopia. Sal runs away from the cornucopia. Phil Swift runs away from the cornucopia. Iron Man runs away from the cornucopia. Tutter grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Wanda runs away from the cornucopia. Alex Jones stays at the cornucopia for resources. Elastigirl kills Soldier for his supplies. Oh, wow. Soldier died quick. That's dumb. Oh, man. Luke Skywalker retrieves a trident from the inside of the cornucopia. C-Dub runs away with a lighter and some rope. Alright, good job, me. Ridley runs away from the cornucopia. Bonesaw runs away from the cornucopia. Joe runs away from the cornucopia. Toad runs away from the cornucopia. Woody runs away from the cornucopia. Spy kills Kylo Ren as he tried to run. There's been a lot of deaths first round going. So yeah, rip Kylo Ren. Putin takes a sickle from the inside the cornucopia. Fury Bowser severely slices Fat Albert with a sword. God, people are out for blood today. Oh my god. Scout runs away from the cornucopia. Spider-Man runs away from the cornucopia. Chet Peepee runs away from the cornucopia. Murr runs away from the cornucopia. The Grinch finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Palpatine runs away from the cornucopia. Gargamel takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Vision grabs a shovel. Mr. Incredible grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty. Oh, poor Mr. Incredible. Ian Hawk, Sniper, Squidward, and Vince McMahon share everything they gathered before running. Dave Seville snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Bon Voyage runs away from the cornucopia, and Syndrome runs away from the cornucopia. Alright, we are on day 1. Let's get a sip of Coke. Vince McMahon travels to higher ground. Squidward searches for firewood. Indiana Jones searches for a water source. Luke Skywalker camouflages himself in the bushes. Fury Bowser fishes. Iron Man steals from Alex Jones while he isn't looking. Syndrome and the Grinch split up to search for resources. Buzz injures himself. He probably thinks he can fly, but he was falling with style. Gargamel tries to sleep through the entire day. Medic receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sal begs for Ben Shapiro to kill him. He refuses, keeping Sal alive. Okay. Ridley discovers a cave. Joe, Terry Crews, Spy, and Spider-Man hunt for other tributes. Chet Peepee dies trying to escape the arena. Aw, poor Chet Peepee. Excuse me. Iron Avenger receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Dave Seville camouflages himself in the bushes. Palpatine, C-Dub, Engineer Gaming, and Vision hunt for other tributes. Mr. Incredible tries to sleep through the entire day. Tutter, Sniper, and Woody hunt for other tributes. Ian Hawk and Elastigirl split up to search for resources. Murr, Bonesaw, Wanda, Putin, and Bon Voyage hunt for other tributes. Q stalks Bowser Jr. Oh no. Scout tries to spear fish with a trident. Toad collects fruit from a tree. Phil Swift accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Oh, Phil Swift. Sponge is pricked by thorns while picking berries. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That was Dr. Eggman, Patchy, Soldier, Kylo Ren, Fat Albert, Chet Peepee, and Phil Swift. God, Phil Swift died. I mean, Dr. Eggman died quick. Alright. Night 1. Syndrome attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Spy quietly hums. Tutter quietly hums. Ian Hawk shoots an arrow into Mr. Incredible's head. Oh no. Honestly, that should have been Sniper doing that. But anyways. Toad destroys Engineer Gaming supplies while he is asleep. Luke Skywalker runs away in fear as they see Joe Biden hiding in the bushes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ridley, the Grinch, and Bowser Jr. sleep in shifts. Woody screams for help. Q tends to Murr's wounds. Alright, that's kind of in character. Vision screams for help. Vince McMahon stays awake all night. Gargamel goes to sleep. Wanda goes to sleep. Palpatine fends Joe, Alex Jones, and Dave Seville away from his fire. Indiana Jones lets Fury Bowser into his shelter. What was I gonna say? Honestly, you probably should try to get on Fury Bowser's good side, because, like, have you seen that bitch? Bon Voyage screams for help. Iron Man, Elastigirl, and Terry Crews cheerfully sing songs together. Spider-Man cries himself to sleep. Oh my god. C-Dub tends to his wounds. Sal loses sight of where he is. Medic kills Sponge with his own weapon. Oh no. Sponge got killed by his favorite character. Buzz runs in fear as they see Joe Biden hiding in the bushes. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I cannot with that. Alright. Squidward is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Bonesaw questions his sanity. Honestly, I would question my sanity too if I was Bonesaw, because, like, he's a bit crazy. Sniper defeats Ben Shapiro in a fight but spares his life. Scout and Iron Avenger hold hands. Oh, somebody please draw that. Rick or Langton, if you're watching this, you need to make a drawing of that. And Putin screams for help. Vince McMahon begs for Fury Bowser to kill him. He refuses, keeping Vince McMahon alive. Ian Hawk receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Joe tends to Syndrome's wounds. Iron Avenger tries to sleep through the entire day. Toad begs for Elastigirl to kill him. She refuses, keeping Toad alive. Jeez. Luke Skywalker defeats Terry Crews in a fight but spares his life. Buzz discovers a cave. Murr picks flowers. Indiana Jones stalks Palpatine. Bonesaw explores the arena. Sniper, Woody, Vision, and Alex Jones hunt for other tributes. Squidward stalks Bon Voyage. Bowser Jr. injures himself. Wanda kills Scout with a hatchet. Oh, Scout. Alright, if you guys are on Iron Avengers Discord server, Scout made it so far in the last Hunger Games. He came second, and he was killed by... Fuck, who's the guy from Garfield? It's like the dad from Garfield, I don't know. Tutter tries to sleep through the entire day. Iron Man, Ridley, and Q hunt for other tributes. Gargamel hunts for other tributes. Sal constructs a shack. Ben Shapiro throws a knife into Engineer Gaming's head. How can he throw that into his head? He's wearing a helmet. C-Dub receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Dave Seville cracks open a can of Mountain Brew. Oh my god. Grinch steals from Spider-Man while he isn't looking. He's stealing Christmas. Putin goes hunting. Medic thinks about home. Proceed. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That was Mr. Incredible, Sponge, Scout, and Engineer Gaming. Luke Skywalker I said Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker bashes Vince McMahon's head in with a mace. Aw, Vince. Ben Shapiro sees a fire but stays hidden. Squidward tends to his wounds. Spy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Indiana Jones, Q, Woody, and Iron Man tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Joe begs for Buzz to kill him. He refuses, keeping Joe alive. Fury Bowser screams for help. Why is Fury Bowser screaming for help? Alex Jones, Bowser Jr., and Medic track down and kill Sal. Aw, why y'all gotta kill Sal? Sal did nothing wrong. Putin stays awake all night. Ridley sets up camp for the night. Palpatine, Syndrome, and the Grinch discuss the games and what Might happen in the morning. C-Dub tries to sing himself to sleep. I am not a good singer. Alright. Sniper sets Elastigirl on fire with a Molotov. Oh. Ian Hawk goes to sleep. Bonesaw and Toad hold hands. Whoa, what the fuck? How old is Toad? Okay, Toad is 25. Okay. Alright, I will give Bonesaw a pass. Alright, where did I leave off? Okay. Tutter tends to Vision's wounds. Dave Seville quietly hums. Spider-Man is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Bon Voyage strangles Iron Avenger with a rope. Oh, rip Iron. Murr lets Wanda into a shelter. Terry Crews is awoken by nightmares. Gargamel goes to sleep. Q cracks open a can of Mountain Brew. The Grinch travels to higher ground. Woody says Big Chungus isn't funny and is brutally beaten to death by every tribute. Oh, that's why you never say Big Chungus isn't funny. Oh, man. Alright, Sniper overhears Spy and Tutter talking in the distance. Gargamel discovers a cave. Bonesaw, Medic, Ian Hawk, and Fury Bowser hunt for other tributes. Ben Shapiro receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Ridley poisons Terry Crews' drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Wait, so did Ridley or Terry Crews die? I think Ridley died. Yeah, I think that was Ridley. Bon Voyage stalks Vision. Syndrome attacks Wanda, but she manages to escape. Alex Jones and Dave Seville hunt for other tributes. Toad thinks about home. Palpatine, Bowser Jr., Spider-Man, Luke Skywalker, and Putin hunt for other tributes. Iron Man begs Joe for him to kill him. He refuses, keeping Iron Man alive. Murr receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Squidward, C-Dub, Buzz, and Indiana Jones hunt for other tributes. Vince McMahon. Alright, so 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Vince McMahon, Sal, Elastigirl, Iron Avenger, Woody, and Ridley. Okay, it was Ridley then. Alright, Squidward begs for Putin to kill him. He refuses, keeping Squidward alive. Tutter tends to Bon Voyage's wounds. Spy begs for Fury Bowser to kill him. He refuses, keeping Spy alive. Terry Crews destroys Luke Skywalker's supplies while he is asleep. Alex Jones forces Syndrome to kill Vision or Buzz. He decides to kill Vision. Oh, Vision. C-Dub tries to treat his infection. Sniper kills Q with his own weapons. Oh, Q. Joe lets Indiana Jones into his shelter. Toad passes out from exhaustion. Gargamel, Wanda, Murr, and Spider-Man tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Palpatine kills Iron Man with a sickle. Oh, Iron Man. Ben Shapiro and Bowser Jr. talk about the tribute still alive. The Grinch goes to sleep. Medic, Ian Hawk, Dave Seville, and Bonesaw tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Let's see. Day 4 now. Alright, so Indiana Jones injures himself. Sniper hunts for other tributes. Wanda tries to sleep through the entire day. Dave Seville discovers a river. Squidward receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Gargamel runs away from Spider-Man. Ben Shapiro accidentally steps on a landmine. Ah, Ben Shapiro's dead. I keep getting fucking text. Shut up. Syndrome discovers a cave. Putin travels to higher ground. Joe begs for Luke Skywalker to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Joe. That's actually pretty rare. We're like, usually it'll say like they refuse, but I guess it happened, so rip Joe. Toad diverts C-Dub's attention and runs away. Spy cracks open a can of Mountain Brew. Alex Jones tends to Buzz's wounds. The Grinch receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Terry Crews sets off an explosive, killing Bowser Jr. Oh, Terry Crews, you bastard. You killed my son. Tutter strangles Medic after engaging in a fist fight. Wow, Tutter. Tiny little mouse. What are the odds? Bon Voyage dies from thirst. Oh. Fury Bowser scares Bonesaw off. Fury Bowser can scare anybody off. Uh-oh, Ian Hawk says Big Chungus isn't funny and is brutally beaten to death by every tribute. Like I said, you cannot say that Big Chungus isn't funny. You can't do it. Murr questions his sanity. Palpatine is pricked by thorns while picking berries. 9 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Yeah, in the distance. That was Vision, Q, Iron Man, Ben Shapiro, Joe, Bowser Jr., Medic, Bon Voyage, and Ian Hawk. We are on to night 4. Fury, Bowser, and Murr talk about the tribute still alive. Spy is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Tutter, Buzz, Wanda, and Putin form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Oh, damn. So that was Tutter, Buzz, Wanda, and Putin. Oh, man. Alex Jones tends to his wounds. Luke Skywalker stays awake all night. Syndrome tends to Dave Seville's wounds. Gargamel and C-Dub huddle for warmth. Oh, boy. Ow. The fuck did I just step on? I gotta check under my desk in a bit. Sniper and Toad tell stories about themselves to each other. Sniper was probably like, "Sniping's a good job, mate." Something like that. "That helmet's gonna make a nice bow for your brain." Alright. Anyways. Indiana Jones and Bonesaw tell stories about themselves to each other. Spider-Man defeats Palpatine in a fight but spares his life. Terry Crews receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Squidward tends to his wounds. The Grinch is scared off by the boogeyman. Okay. Spy steals from Fury Bowser while he isn't looking. Ooh, Fury Bowser is not going to like that. Alex Jones receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. C-Dub receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sniper diverts Spider-Man's attention and runs away. Indiana Jones, Bonesaw, Terry Crews, Dave Seville, and Palpatine hunt for other tributes. Squidward, Luke Skywalker, the Grinch, and Murr raid Toad's camp while he is hunting. Syndrome dies trying to escape the arena. Oh, Syndrome. Gargamel constructs a shack. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That was Tutter, Buzz, Woody... Wait, no. I'm sorry, Wanda, Putin, and Syndrome. Night 5. Spider-Man stays awake all night. Terry Crews receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Luke Skywalker and Sniper work together to drown Spy. Oh, y'all killed Spy. Man. Fury Bowser tends to C-Dub's wounds. Oh, thank you, Fury Bowser. Bonesaw lets Indiana Jones into his shelter. Palpatine lets Squidward into his shelter. The Grinch looks at the night sky. Murr, Alex Jones, Toad, and Gargamel track down and kill Dave Seville. Oh, the chipmunks are not going to be happy. Ooh, we got the feast now. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Fury Bowser strangles C-Dub after engaging in a fist fight. I tended to your wound. Wait, no, did he tend to my wounds? Yeah, he fucking betrayed me after healing me. That bastard. Terry Crews decides not to go to the feast. Palpatine and Murr work together to drown Squidward. But he's a squid. Wait, no, he's an octopus. He can't drown. You can't drown an octopus, you dumb fucks. Luke Skywalker decides not to go to the feast. Toad convinces Gargamel to not kill him, only to kill him instead. So I think Gargamel is dead. Those ones confuse me. We're like, it'll say like 2 of them, and it'll say like only to kill him. And those ones confuse me. Spider-Man sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. And then Bonesaw, Sniper, Alex Jones, Indiana Jones, and the Grinch decide not to go to the feast. Sniper cracks open a can of Mountain Brew. Alex Jones searches for a water source. Indiana Jones, Fury Bowser, and Palpatine get into a fight. Indiana Jones triumphantly kills them both. He killed Palpatine and Fury Bowser. Think about that. Did he get the Gigabell? Bonesaw searches for firewood. The Grinch receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Terry Crews sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Murr and Luke Skywalker split up to search for resources. Toad sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Spider-Man receives a sandwich from an unknown sponsor. Oh, come on, proceed. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That was Spy, Dave Seville, C-Dub, Squidward, Gargamel, Fury, Bowser, and Palpatine. Luke Skywalker and Alex Jones threaten to double suicide. It fails and they die. So that was Luke Skywalker and Alex Jones. The Grinch tends to his wounds. Toad and Terry Crews talk about the tribute still alive. Sniper fends Indiana Jones, Spider-Man, and Bonesaw away from his fire. Murr receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Terry Crews sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Toad makes a slingshot. The Grinch makes a wooden spear. Sniper defeats Murr in a fight but spares his life. Indiana Jones thinks about home. Bonesaw injures himself, and Spider-Man thinks about home. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That was Luke Skywalker and Alex Jones. RIP. Murr kills Spider-Man with a hatchet. Oh wow, that was fast. Right on to night 7 and we have a death. Spider-Man received... Wait. Oh wait, no. Snipe. That threw me off at first because I thought it said Spider-Man at first, but then it said Sniper. Sniper receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Indiana Jones, Bonesaw, Toad, and the Grinch tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Terry Crews questions insanity. Indiana Jones chases Toad. Sniper runs away from the Grinch. Bonesaw dies from an infection. Oh, Bonesaw. Bonesaw was not ready for that infection. Murr cracks open a can of Mountain Brew. Terry Crews unknowingly eats toxic berries. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That was Spider-Man, Bonesaw, and Terry Crews. Alright, I gotta see everyone's status. How many people are still alive? Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people still alive. Alright, Indiana Jones thinks about home. Murr and the Grinch huddle for warmth. Sniper receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Toad is awoken by nightmares. The Grinch defeats Sniper in a fight but spares his life. Indiana Jones searches for firewood. Murr hunts for other tributes, and Toad camouflages himself into the bushes. Watch out for Joe Biden, though. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Yay! Nobody died. Indiana Jones dies from an infection right as I say, yay, no one died. Oh, wow. Murr receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Toad attempts to start a fire, but it's unsuccessful. Sniper and the Grinch talk about the tribute still alive. Toad's trap kills the Grinch. Oh, the Grinch is dead. And Murr chases Sniper. Carnivorous squirrels start attacking the tributes. Oh boy. Sniper survives. Toad tries to kill as many squirrels as he can, but there are too many. Murr is brutally attacked by a scurry of squirrels. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Indiana Jones, the Grinch, Toad, and Murr. So, Sniper won from District 5. 2 character winning. So congrats, Sniper. By the way, if any of y'all are interested in joining our weekly Hunger Games on the Iron Avengers server, be sure to go join Iron server. It's really fun. We do it every Friday. And yeah, thank y'all for watching, and see y'all later.